guys, long time no chit chat. This feels really weird. I haven't like actually talked to you guys in a really long time, like done a Q&A or like a chit chatty video, so this is kind of new for me. It's not gonna be a problem because I'm quite the rambler. I can talk for like quite some time, so that's fine. But it's just weird. So like, hey, how you been doing? Recently, I asked you guys on my Instagram what type of videos you guys want to see, and a lot of people said like chit-chatty videos, and then other people also said recommendations for what to do. So I already did a video on like a bunch of ideas that are like productive and not productive when you're at home, like what to do with your time. So I did one of those. Apart from that, I wanted to give you guys some more ideas in like another fun way. So I figured I'd just share with you guys some of my recent favorites. Mostly it's gonna be like YouTubers and like Netflix or TV shows and stuff, just because, you know, like it's what I've been up to. Maybe you guys would like to watch it too, I'm not sure. Plus I just wanted to spread some love and positivity with all this negative stuff going around. Like I know it can be really hard and it's kind of a bummer. I know it's easy to get really down, bored, and low-key depressed if you're stuck in your house all the time, but these are some of my favorite things that make me really happy, so yeah, we'll get into them. I wrote them down in my cute little journal just because I felt like being cool and stuff. So we're gonna start off with shows. These are all on, actually they're not all on Netflix. I'll tell you where they are. There are more if you guys want more like recommendations or like shows, because I mean I don't watch that much TV, but I have had my periods where I watch a lot of shows, so I can definitely give some good recs, and I always post when I'm like watching shows. It's a great way to bond and start conversations. I'm not gonna spoil anything in here, so we'll get started. One of my favorite shows has and always will be 90210. I'm just very much someone who likes those like stereotypical, very cliche high school shows, and that's pretty much what 90210 is. The name is because that's the like street address or whatever of Beverly Hills, which is where this takes place. It follows this girl named Annie and her brother Dixon, their whole friend group. There's just like drama and stuff, you know, but they moved to Beverly Hills from like, I don't remember where. They moved to Beverly Hills to move in with like their grandma or something like that. But it just covers so much, I can't even go over all of it. I'm talking about the newer version. It was on Netflix, but they took it off, so you might have to find it on like an illegal show website or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I also watched the old 90210, and I'm pretty sure the old one is on like Amazon Prime or something. I only watched a few episodes of it. I watched it like on the plane somewhere, but it's very good. Some of the characters are very like attractive, so definitely recommend that. Another show kind of similar is The OC. It just follows a group of like high school students. It's honestly pretty much the same thing, but it follows this let me think about it. I watched these shows so long ago, I literally forgot. It follows this guy, I literally forgot his name, but he's like a, you know, he's like a baddie, and then he moves to the OC from Chino, California or something like that, and then getting like arrested, and then this guy who's like his attorney or whatever like takes him in, and his son is like the same age as the bad kid, and so then they like live together, and then he starts going to the school, and then he makes friends and whatnot, gets his life together and stuff like that. But it's also just a super like cliche high school, you know, drama, stuff like that. So I thought that one was really interesting as well. I watched that on Hulu. I'm pretty sure it was on Hulu. Okay, next one, because I've been talking quite a bit. All American. Okay, this is one of my most recent watches. It's another high school show. But this one also incorporates football, and I absolutely love like shows and movies that incorporate sports. I don't know why. I'm not like some huge like, oh, jock athlete person, but I just really love like movies and shows with like football. Like The Blind Side, ooh, The Game Plan, Remember the Titans is one of my favorite movies. But All American is about this boy named Spencer James. It's based on a true story of a real football player, but I don't know sports, so whatever. And he's like this super skilled, really good football player, and basically gets recruited by this guy to come play for, once again, Beverly Hills high school football team. And then he's just like a star, you know, he's so good. And then there's all this like family drama and school drama, and he starts living with the coach's family and stuff so that he can play for the school. And then there's a bunch of like complications. So there's 2 seasons of that. Season 2 just came out. I just started it. I'm trying to like spread it out so I don't watch all of it in one day. One of my favorite parts about this show is that the soundtrack is just really good. Also, all the characters are very attractive. The next show, You. Obviously, everyone knows what You is. You've seen the memes. I just think You is such an interesting show. I don't know why. I really love the concept because he's like a stalker, but since it's from his perspective, you kind of like, it's not that creepy. Plus, I just really love Joe. and I love his narrations. I'm not sure why, but the way he talks, you know, I'm so intrigued by it. But I think it's a very, very good show. It takes a lot of twists and turns. I didn't really explain it. I kind of just figured everyone knows what it's about. Basically, there's just this guy, he's kind of a stalker, he's fallen in love with different girls, and then he just stalks them and does crazy things because he's so in love. The second season came out not too long ago. I think season 1 is better, but no. Oh my gosh, how could I forget this? One Tree Hill, because I was talking about how I absolutely love movies or shows that have like sports in them. One Tree Hill is such a good show, except I'm not gonna lie, I did not finish it. I do this thing where I watch shows and I never finish them because a lot of shows get really bad towards the end, and I'd rather just like end it on a good note where I still have a good memory of the show, because you know, I'm emotionally attached to the characters, and if it just goes downhill, I'd rather not know. But One Tree Hill is about Nathan and Lucas Scott. For a second, I thought I forgot their name. That would have been a little bit embarrassing. But basically, they're like, what is it, half brothers? They both play basketball. It's just another high school drama. They live in like a small town. So you just gotta watch it. It covers a lot, okay? Follows them all the way from like high school up until like after they graduate high school and they go into their careers and stuff. Any show with two brothers. Speaking of brothers, my next show is The Vampire Diaries. You all probably know about this too. It's one of the very few shows that I'm rewatching, and it's actually not bad. It is a little tacky. It's all supernatural stuff, obviously, because they're vampires, so it's kind of just like, it's just so interesting. It takes so many plot twists. It is very long, but that's okay. It's a good background show, but it's not a good background show. You kind of have to pay attention. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought it was very scary, but I'm also a scaredy cat. There's that. I don't watch too many like supernatural things. I'm more into like the typical high school stuff, but it has some normal high school besides the fact that she's like dating a vampire and all her friends are vampires and that stuff, and there's werewolves and that. I also watched Teen Wolf, which I was obsessed with, but then I tried to watch Teen Wolf again and I thought it was so boring. I think I was just a little bit in love with Dylan O'Brien. So there's that. I watched that on Amazon Prime, by the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Team Damon. And yeah, next one. A good background show and like light-hearted fun show is Friends. Obviously everyone knows that. If you don't like Friends, I'm kind of concerned for you. My dad doesn't like Friends and it kind of hurts my heart. So I really like their fashion sense. And then my last show that I'm going to talk about is MasterChef, and MasterChef Junior more specifically. The junior one is so much better. The kids are really funny also, and I just love to see the stuff they make. Low-key, it gives me inspiration, but then again, I make the same like 2 types of toast every day, so it actually doesn't give me that much inspiration. But I had this phase where I was obsessed. I would think I watched like all 8 seasons or something like that. I was obsessed. Cooking shows, they're great. I wrote down some other stuff, but I don't really have much time, so I'm just gonna shout out the movie Parasite because I just watched it the other night. It was not what I expected at all. I do think it deserved Best Picture. It was a very good movie. It was very funny. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had nightmares about it. It was a little scary. If you don't know what Parasite's about, it's this very, very poor family that works their way working for this really, really rich family. It just talks about like social classes and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, it takes a turn. As for music, I've been really, really in love with Hozier. Oh my god, I think he's a beautiful soul, and his music puts me in the best mood. It just makes me feel like I'm camping on the mountainside, living my best life. He hasn't really come out with any new music. I think I just like rediscovered him or something, but I'm in love. I've also been really in love with Jhené Aiko. I can't say it, but I've been in love with her. She came out with a new album, really good. And I've also been really in love with her ATR. I don't know if she has a new album, but I really like her voice. YouTubers. Okay, this is definitely not everyone I watch. These are the ones I regularly watch. I just watch a lot of YouTube. I'm more the person who like searches up a specific type of video, and I'll watch multiple people because I get into like types rather than a specific person. I have a bunch of other like YouTube friends and other people, small YouTubers who I love watching. I didn't put them on this list or else I'd be talking forever, but if you want a video on like more YouTube recommendations, small YouTubers, you know, and I would love to do that. First off, Monica Church. She's from Seattle, so of course gotta support. I specifically like her Millennial Life Crisis channel, which is like her second channel. She does very practical videos on both of her channels, which I really like. She'll do a lot of things about like housing in like Seattle or Los Angeles. She'll also do financing sometimes. I just really like her personality. She's so down to earth and very realistic about a lot of things. I pretty much only watch YouTube when I'm like cooking or like cutting fruit and stuff. Another YouTuber who I really like is Amy Lee. She's also a kind of like older YouTuber, I guess. She like graduated college and stuff. She has a series called The AM with Amy, and I remember I used to listen to it like a podcast every single time I would drive. I just listened to her talk because she would calm me down when I was stressed and crying about school. She seems very wise and knowledgeable. She has a very good grasp on self-help and like emotional things. I just think she has a very interesting perspective on stuff. She seems very well versed on a lot of things, so I love hearing her advice and stuff like that. Next, of course, Best Dressed Ashley. She's a relatively new YouTuber who like blew up really fast, but she definitely deserves all of the fans fame, I don't know, whatever she has, because she works so hard in her videos and you can definitely see it. Her personality, it just really shows through her videos, which I really like. It's quite quirky. You can tell she's also very intelligent. I love watching her videos. Her fashion sense is amazing as well. She also just moved to New York, which I think is so cool. Next off, I really like this girl named Indie Blue. She is kind of like everywhere with social media. She didn't really start off with YouTube. I think I found her through Instagram. Videography is like her job, so she does like wedding videos and photography and stuff like that. She also just had a kid, which is kind of crazy. She also has a clothing line. Very cool. She's very out there. But I just love the vibes she gives off like all around. She has a super cool like friend group. She became famous from like this Twitter video that blew up, which was like a year in review video, and then she started making like YouTube videos and just like traveling the world, and that was basically, or still is basically, the inspiration for my life. Middle school me watching her was like, oh my god, when I'm in high school I'm gonna travel the world with my friend. That didn't really happen, but you know, I still watch her. She also has like a blog. Next off, I really like Justin and Gabe. I don't watch all their videos, but I just really love hearing like their Christian perspective, and especially like in a relationship with both of them. I like watching their couple channel. I also do watch like Jess's channel. She's like so pretty. Yeah, very wholesome, beautiful family. I can't wait for them to have a family. Next off, I don't know what her last name is, but her username is like Oh, her name is Chris Yu. Her username is Chris Yu. She also reminds me of like a quirky little gal. She just does a lot of random videos, but I just like her personality overall. Quirky, cute, fun, like personality. She's also recently like engaged, I think. I'm obsessed with like wedding stuff, so I can't wait to keep watching all those videos. But yeah, she's super down to earth and she makes really unique videos. And that was my last one. Okay, so I just talked for a very long time, but you know, when you talk about things you love, you just want to keep going. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you try out any of these shows, YouTubers, other things I recommended, or if you already like them, make sure to let me know and I'll definitely respond because I would love to talk about them with you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Also, leave me recommendations below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!
I know it's getting late now, baby.